and I can't remember where I put it. And I've got a few that are already written up here, but the headline of the story is, I think it's what was the title of it? It's like 18. This is what I was doing while I was on vacation, along with many other things that I don't even want to get into. 18 ways, 18 things that prove. Here it is. 18 things that prove you're from the Valley.
Oh, 18.
So, and I don't know, it's like 18, 19, whatever it is. The number is going to be as many as I can come up with. But maybe if you're listening right now and you're from the Valley, you can help. Like some of the things that I had come up with, and I just can't find my list. I've got problem with technology. There's 19 million different things and places we can put things, and to find it, everything's supposed to be centralized, but it isn't. Anyway, you're from the Valley if you say to somebody, "Wow, I crave that Big Jim's sub." So Big Jim's was a sub shop in Herkimer back in the day. Or if you're from the Valley, here's one. Do you know? And you're not from the Valley, so do you know what EBA is?
Is it a boxing academy?
Yes, there you go.
I know there was I don't know if I should say legendary, but there was a very popular boxing academy out in Herkimer, wasn't there?
I don't think so. Well, Herkimer Boxing Association.
Well, you told me I was right.
I was kidding. So
I thought I was right.
And I brought this up with a friend yesterday who's from Utica and is Italian, and I'm like, if anybody's going to know if this is a Valley thing or it's everywhere, I said, if I'm making an order and I say I want an EBA, what does that mean? Do you have no idea?
No.
Andrew, do you have any idea, Andrew? If you're ordering an EBA,
is it
Eggs Benedict?
Eggs Benedict
with something else.
Eggs Benedict.
Everything but anchovies?
Everything but anchovies.
Okay.
That's what it is.
All right.
So, but when you say it to people up here in Utica, not in the Valley, 7360186 is our phone number. I'm trying to redo my list here. You know you're from the Valley if ... 7360186 if you'd like to pipe in. I would say you know you're from the Valley if when you order your pizza, you order at EBA.
You get everything on there?
I do, yeah.
Mushroom, onion?
I like anchovies. I like it. I guess I don't know what you call it if you get the anchovies, because I like the anchovies. I'd like an EBA with the anchovies on the side. I don't know how you would order that, but it's I grew up whenever you'd order a pizza, you'd call up and say, "Give me an EBA."
Bill's is EBAIA. Everything but anchovies, including
the anchovies. So if you want to help us out with that as we're working on it, 7360186. So I had obviously, if you know, another one that I had was, you're from the Valley if you know you shouldn't drive through Ilion at 3:30 on a weekday. And you know what the reason for that is?
It must be cops, right? Or no traffic?
No, that's when Remington Arms gets out.
Oh.
So you would never. I remember as a kid hearing from my parents, we got to be out of Ilion by 3:30 because at 3:30 all the cars let out and you're stuck sitting in traffic. And around here we don't sit in traffic. The other is there was another one again off the top of my head. You're from the Valley if you got your Wrangler jeans from the Herkimer Clothing Center. And it's not like today. And you think about how things have changed. There was a little clothing center called the Herkimer Clothing Center on Main Street in Herkimer, and that's where we would go to get our school clothes. It's that time of year. Today, you don't even think about that. I mean, yeah, you'd go to Herb Phillipson's in the Valley, but you'd so often we're going to the malls, or you're going, hey, we're going to go to the outlet malls. We're going to pick up the school clothing. But anyway, I'm working on that list, and I think it'll be somewhat interesting, I believe.
15 minutes away from where I grew up. I mean, 10 minutes, I guess, because I was right over by 5S. But some of these things I've never heard of. The EBA I've never heard of. And then what was the name of the sub shop? How long ago did that close?
Probably in the 90s, I would think. And there was also a place in Herkimer that was called, that was the TP Drive-In, which was known for their Mexicans. The Mexican hot, which is, I believe, a sausage patty with a Mexican hot sauce on it. You familiar with that at all?
No.
Well, that's kind of a common thing, but their Mexicans were really teepee driving Mexicans, and they were located right on the main drag, and then McDonald's, which isn't even where McDonald's is anymore there in Herkimer. McDonald's moved in, and everybody said, boy, that's going to be the end of teepee driving. It's all done. And teepee driving survived with McDonald's right across the street on the corner. So it shows my age. I know when McDonald's actually went into that location. Also, you see the Empire Diner that is located there on the corner there on North Main Street in Herkimer. Empire Diner didn't used to be there. So you're from the Valley if you remember when the Empire Diner was over where Burger King was. Because they literally, and it was a big
right across
deal.
the
It was
street.
a news story. They literally hitched it up to a truck and moved it across the street. Honest to God. Joe in Herkimer. Good morning, Joe.
Yeah, I was going to say TP driving, but I got another one. How about the Thurston's Pizza?
Thurston's Pizza. Again, another place that shouldn't have closed that has.
I was going to say, I've had that before.
Yeah,
I
their
know I've had
pizza
that before.
was legendary. And all right, good idea. The Thurston's Pizza. Thanks, Joe. I appreciate it.
Yep.
And Andrew, throw one in there for
Yeah,
me.
we had one more person call up. The cake, you're from the Valley if you've heard cake eaters versus spaghetti benders. And I said, is that something
spaghetti
appropriate?
benders? Is spaghetti benders okay to say?
That's what I said to him. I said, is that appropriate for me to bring up on the
Well,
air?
can I tell you what I would say that means?
Yeah.
That's Ilion versus Frankfurt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what he told me.
Yeah, Ilion was known as the cake eaters. I didn't know you could call Frankfurt the spaghetti benders, though.
Were there a lot of Italians there making pasta,
Oh,
maybe?
Frankfurt is Little Italy to the east.
Yeah, okay.
It's East Utica to the east. Frankfurt is very, very Italian. So, all right, good stuff. So I'm working on that. If you have any others, feel free to let us know. We'll take you on the air. You can just fill Andrew in 736-0186. Help us with our post, our story, if you will. Coming back with news, top of the hour on WIBX.